Hello and welcome to this analysis on Bajaj Finserv. Bajaj Group strong, one of the big NBFC players in the market, a large part of the Nifty also, both the Bajaj twins. So today's video is on Bajaj Finserv. Now let's have a look at it from its listing back in 2008-9, the subprime dump, and then the recovery, and from there the stock never looked back. But here, interesting to note that the stock also goes through periods of correction, which is very normal, but the bounce back from each correction is tremendous. We can see from 2012 to 2013, that's a long dip in that case, and then the sharp rally, and then again in the subprime time, and again a wonderful recovery from there. Now, ever since that, uh, the structure of the reversal keeps changing, which is a very normal part of markets. Each correction will have its own unique way of showing on the screen. Like the first one was a very shallow kind of fall, falling small dips happening on a regular basis, nothing too much coming out of it, and then it turned off. If we look at the COVID correction, it was a very sharp one. It was so, in terms of price, both are a good retracement, but the COVID one is faster. The 2012-13 one is much slower, took its own time to recover and then trend, because that was the trend of the market in that time. Again, both were doing what the large overall market was doing at that stage. Now let's have a look at what is happening in the current stage. From October 2021, we saw one leg down, then a recovery, and then another leg down. So in the weekly, it's quite clearly, much better. Looks like a likelihood of a triangle formation happening in the weekly right now. I would go with the possibility of a triangle now. Maybe from a bearish perspective, it could be much deeper, which I will discuss a bit later. But first, let us look at it from a triangle point of view. And in the triangle, we have a move which is the first leg down, uh, second leg up, third leg down, a possible fourth leg up happening, then a fifth leg down, and then a takeoff for new highs again. So this would be a rather, instead of a deeper price correction, this would be something we would be looking at in terms of time, which can prolong for a very long period of time, at least in the medium term perspective. Now, in the weekly Ichimoku, we can see the future Kumo is still bearish. Even though the price has gone above the baseline, we are yet to see a bullish TK crossover, and moreover, the stock is inside the weekly cloud, suggesting some kind of volatility in this zone. Let's have a look at the daily. In the daily, if I look at slightly push it back, you can see for August 2022 and again December 2022, there was a pause out here. In the first case, it went up. In the second case, we saw it broke break down in that area. So this 1500 belt, 1490 to 1510, is going to be not that easy for the stock to move up. Only if it can manage to push its way above 1490, will it then get its next resistance at around 1600 odd, because that's where the next consolidation happened, 16 16 16 25. So that is what I will be looking for if it breaks above that. And then the final one would be something in this zone for me, 1700 to 1750. For now, I won't be looking for the breach of 1800 that easily. I would be looking at it level by level, keeping the structure it is currently making in this zone. Now, that takes care of the upside projection in the short to medium term. Uh, After that, let's have now a look at what if the possibility of a decline if it were to happen here, because we can see a weekly resistance and we can see some consolidation happening. So, in case there is a pullback in the stock, I would be careful in it, below 1460. It's 1486 on today's close. 1460 is where I would be careful. Anything below 1460, I would be careful, because then there's a possibility that the stock will retest this daily cloud out here, which is around 1410 to, slightly below. If I go, it would push its way down towards 1365 to 50, like that. So careful below this level. Next earliest support 1400, and then all the way down to 1350, from where it can once again, try to push its way up. Supposing it comes here, not even goes inside the cloud, or say here, then it would try another attempt, probably to go all the way up to 1750 again. Now, in uh, again another outlook, in case this full pullback which we are seeing from the March lows in it is just a corrective V counter trend wave, then if it fails to hold this 1300 level, then the stock would be in major danger of further breakdown. Anything which cracks below 1300, fails to hold it, just a touch there will do. Supposing it starts spending a lot of time below 1300, showing more weakness, you can look for bearish candles or whichever study you do, then the stock would be again in pressure, which would pull its way down. Now let's have a look at the hourly. From the why I meant 1460 is so crucial. You can see the consolidation out here, and below 1460, this odd level, the hourly will break below the cloud, which would see some short-term profit booking, and then this area of consolidation of 1420, 1400. That's why also get, so in all time frames we have that zone which could be tested if and act like a support or resistance if the need be. Now, let's have a look at uh, the possibility of where will it go if it fails to hold 1300 in supposing there is a bear market and it cracks below it, fails to hold this level. So 1300, like I said, the trend line below that gets violated, then it continues its push down, and in the weekly chart, we can see the next major support is near 975, 1000. This was that breakout which took place out here. A lot of consolidation here. Let's have a look at it in the monthly also. So here also in the monthly, the cloud support comes in at first at 1150, and if the chiku further falls, then it's around 800. So for me, from a short term to medium term perspective, short term, extreme short term, I would look at 1460, and anything below 1300, I would be a really, really worried trader from a medium term perspective, also in that case. Otherwise, the stock has that potential which I just explained. If this triangle is respected, then we have a move which would do after 1750, 1800, a retest of probably 1350, 1400, and then take off. And this takeoff would probably take it to around 2000 to 2200. So clearly the stock uh, in a extreme short term sideways uh, angle, moving, drifting from here to there, and then doing. But supposing this is not a triangle and this correction got over in March and a major uptrend has started, for that I would like to see at least a week above 1850 to be convinced that yes, the correction is over, the major correction is over. There is a good possibility of a huge upside opening it. So overall, stock is strong. It's just that time wise, the correction might not be over in it. It could remain in a range of 1350, on the downside, to 1750, 1800 on the upside, uh, for the medium term. I hope this video is of help to you. So please don't forget to like it and share it also. A disclaimer before I go, this is not a trading advice. It's just a technical study of the chart